Everton Football Club, one of England's historic football clubs. In the 80s, 2 Division 1 championships, 1 FA Cup, 1 UEFA Cup Winners' Cup and 3 Charity Shields. However, they haven't won a trophy for nearly 28 years, that being the FA Cup back in 1995. The last 10 years at Goodison Park has been horrendous. Ever since David Moyes left for Manchester United in the summer of 2013, they've gone through Roberto Martinez, Ronald Koeman, Sam Allardyce, Marco Silva, Carlo Ancelotti, Rafa Benitez, Frank Lampard. It was supposed to be Sean Dyche, but we're scrapping that. I am now the manager of Everton Football Club. I am taking over the real-time database. We're starting on the 1st of February. We're taking where Sean Dyche took over. Let's see if I can turn the Toffees around. I'm going to give them a style, an identity. We're going to clear out the playing staff. We're going to clear out the coaching staff at the end of the season as well. We've got the new stadium to look forward to. Fingers crossed we can survive this season in the Premier League. It's going to be very difficult because the squad in Football Manager I don't think is great. Let's go and dive in and see where we're at on February the 1st. Right, before we get into it, a few things. The skin, everyone will ask on an episode 1 of a series. This is Vin's skin. I will leave it down in the description. I'm also going to leave links directly for the updated database. It is only updated till the end of the World Cup. I had to go into the advanced editor myself and update a number of fixtures in between sort of like December and January. I also needed a custom start date. I'll leave that link down in the description as well. You have to do a little bit of begging to get that. However, there is a Singapore start date, so once you upload this league, if you put the Singapore league in as well, they have a custom start date of 30th of January, so you can get around it that way. Okay, links to everything down in the description. That's all I'm going to say about that. As I said, you've got the custom start date to get hold of. You've also got the updated database, and there is a thread. If you check out the thread with the updated database, it does show you how to use the advanced editor in FM23 to get to update the fixtures up until this point. All right, guys, let's dive in. So we are 19th. Now, because of the Queen dying, a couple of fixtures have automatically simulated. So them games that were around September have been simulated. The Premier League still haven't put a whole host of those fixtures in yet. And I didn't want to confuse the database with European games and FA Cup games and stuff like that. So I left it and allowed us to just simulate 1 or 2 games. It's simulated, I think, a game or 2 for us, and it's kind of put us in a worse off position. We are 4 points adrift of Leeds United, and it is Arsenal today's game. Now, the big plan is to turn it around. We're going to go, if I show you the tactic, we've got 3 tactics up and running. Don't worry about it. It's kind of a copy of the Dyche ball. I did a Sean Dyche video last week. I will leave a link down in the description for that. But I've just tweaked it a little bit. So we're still going to do a 4-4-2. But we just changed a few things. We're going to have a wide playmaker out on this right-hand side. We're playing with 2 strikers for now. We're going to have a wing back on support. Sort of like going round and offering us a little bit. We're going to squeeze to a mid-block. We might go to a high press, but just for now, we're just going to start with a mid-block, and we're going to try and get balls in the box. We're going to try and get Mopé and Calvert-Lewin to score the goals to save our ass. I think the long-term plan is to reinvigorate the squad, obviously, to make us quite still a direct side. We're going to look at a 4-4-1-1, depending on if I can save and revive the career of Dele Alli in Season 2. But for this season, we're just going to keep it at a mid-block. We're going to change the playing staff. We're going to change the coaching staff as well. There's a lot of, I imagine, in and around the coaches, there'll still be some of, obviously, Sean Dyche's staff, and there'll also probably be some of Frank Lampard's staff. So I want to completely get rid of that ahead of Season 2. But right now, we've got one task. Even though Everton have been knocked out of the FA Cup, it does simulate the FA Cup, and we are through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. We've got Manchester City in the 5th round, so yeah, we probably won't be going any further in that. And all the other remaining fixtures are set in, so it's Arsenal, obviously, who they beat on Saturday, and then it's a difficult trip to Anfield in the Merseyside derby. So this is going to be a 2 episode per week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 PM. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel to follow the progress. We're going to build slowly. We're going to take it not game by game in the first season, but we're going to go quite steady and really monitor our progress and our battle to avoid relegation. And then once we get into season 2, we'll kind of kick on a little bit more. So for today, we're just going to play the Arsenal game, introduce you to the squad and how I want them to play, and then Thursday's episode will be games against Liverpool in the Merseyside derby, and then we'll do the Leeds United game at home, which is an absolute massive game they've got coming up in a couple of weeks. Okay, so the squad, they needed to sign a striker. I can't believe they've not managed to bring a striker in. So that's my one worry. I've got 3 tactics on the go. I've got this one that's going to be hopefully our main one. I've got one that's a lower line, sort of low block, more sort of like instructions to slow the play down. We're going really narrow, wasting time whenever. That's just one for maybe to hang on to games, see games out in the last sort of like maybe second half, last 10-15 minutes. And then the third one is all prepped if we get Dele Alli firing. Now, if we look at Dele Alli in Football Manager, he is a talent. 15 finishing, he's got 17 flair, 15 composure, 15 anticipation, 15 technique, 16 stamina, 18 natural fitness. I think with those player traits, get forward whenever possible, tries killer balls often, winds up the opponents. We don't mind that. Tries to play out of trouble. I really want him to be like the number 10 next season. If it goes horribly wrong, look, he's got a year's left on his deal, but I'm planning that for next season. But right now, we haven't really got anyone to do that number 10 role. So I thought we would go to a 4-4-2. I have got, is it Ellis Sims as a little bit of a backup as a striker? Dwight McNeil may have to do the occasional game out there. Is there another youngster that we can... Because I'm kind of thinking we need to keep the 2 strikers, Mopé and Calvert-Lewin, fit as possible. So we could really do with having another player that could kind of do the striker role. I don't think there's anyone at the moment in the under-21s. They've got him, who is nowhere near. And then Kaita Kuwate, once again, nowhere near. So I think what we will do is that when we need to change it, if we do get an injury to one of them, we may just have to go to that 4-4-1-1. Have we got anyone that can do it? Like a Iwobi... It'll have to be a Iwobi, and then we'll play like a Townsend or Gray out on that right-hand side. So, here we go. For today, we're going to have Jordan Pickford in goal. The right back, it's a difficult one. I was going to play Nathan Patterson. He's not great, is he? Technically, he's not great. Seamus Coleman's injured. It might have to be Ben Godfrey. My idea was to play Ben Godfrey as a centre-half, but we're going to have to go with Connor Cody and Tarkowski. We're going to drop Mina. He will be leaving at the end of the season. There's a few players that are out of contract. I think it's Mina, Davies. There's someone else as well, Ducare. So we will get some money in terms of wages next year. Mikolenko's going to be the left back for us. I've got both Tarkowski and Cody on ball-playing defenders because I just want them to try and hit long balls over the top a little bit. Not long balls, long passes we'll call them, and try and release Calvert-Lewin, maybe release McNeil, who's going to be playing out on this left-hand side. So that's why he's injured. Brilliant. Okay, right, it'll have to be Andros Townsend. That's not a good start. Right, we haven't got a right back. We haven't got the main left winger. Idrissa Gueye is going to have to be the deep line playmaker on defend. Passing of 12, vision of 13. Not great. He did actually have a really good game on Saturday, sort of like harrying around and hassling. But we do want to go with his 4-4-2 because I think it's important to get 2 men up there just to try and offer a little and see if we can, especially when we're at home, we want to be positive as we can at home. So we want Mopé and Calvert-Lewin up there. I think Onana and Gueye is a nice little midfield in there. And then we're going to go Iwobi on this right-hand side. He can then drift into these areas and allow Ben Godfrey, not ideal, allow Ben Godfrey to get around. Obviously, we're hoping that Nathan Patterson can improve over the next couple of seasons and be the sort of like the number 1 standout right back. Pressing forward, we're going to go Neil Mopé and obviously target forward Dominic Calvert-Lewin. There is players like James Garner who may get a little bit of a go at some point during this season, especially as that deep line playmaker on defend. Ducare isn't a bad player, but he is leaving at the end of the season, 120 grand a week. I'd rather focus on Onana and Gueye just because I know that I've got them next season. Okay, we're going to play, boys. We're going to get into it. I want score predictions. You've seen the tactic. You know we're playing Arsenal. Arsenal, who are obviously top of the league. They are in the game. They are 8 points clear at the top. I'm not expecting the Sean Dyche 1-0 performance that we had, obviously, at Goodison Park on Saturday. I want your score predictions down in the comments. Let me know right now. Right, so here we are, 4-4-2, Everton style. I said we're going to keep with this shape. I think no matter how good or how bad we get, we're going to keep with the 4-4-2 and 4-4-1-1 and look at being direct, aggressive. I think maybe that's what the Everton fans kind of demand at the moment, and we're going to set that standard. David Moyes had that era as Tim Cahill as like a late central midfielder going into the box, the Marouane Fellaini days. So we'll go with that 4-4-2, 4-4-1-1. Have strikers up. We're going to have strikers up front as well that are going to really harass and press and cause problems. Crosses in the box. That sort of kind of football. I've tried to do pretty football so far in FM. And I want to be a little bit more aggressive. I want to see balls in the box. I want to see chaos in the penalty area. Right, let's get the TV. Let's get the camera sorted. Boom, boom. There we go. I said no pre-season, anything like that to see how this tactic works. We're diving straight into it. I'm hoping we can just get a few bodies in the box. And Anna maybe arriving late. Calvert-Lewin as well. I know Everton fans, you're not a massive, you're not pro Calvert-Lewin, but in FM he is a really good footballer. And we may look at selling him in the summer. There's always going to be interest in Calvert-Lewin. I have got my eye on the Udinese striker called Beto. He would be I just thought we were going to get on the end there. Saka's now breaking. There's a dude at Udinese that we can replace him with if needed. So I've got plans already, but we do need to stay in the division as Martinelli just hits it over. Okay, let's give a little encouragement. Tarkowski. All the way back to Pickford. Pickford's one we need to get a new deal for as well. He will be our keeper, I imagine, for the duration of the save. Onana has been dispossessed very easily. Trossard now down this left-hand side. Come on, Iwobi. We're doubling up there. That's what Sean Dyche likes. Winger in. Oh, we're in. Are we in? Mope. Onana. Oh, Onana. That is awful. He's given the ball away twice in this highlight. Tomiyasu, Martinelli. There you go. 1-0 down. Thanks, Onana. Let's just have a look at that. I actually thought we were going to break here, and then he just... I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's Onana. Is that Football Manager? What the hell was that? Dear God. And then they were off. We were in trouble. We could have stopped it there. Lovely pass from Xhaka. Tomiyasu. Townsend sleeping. Should have tracked that winger. The fullback he hasn't. And Martinelli gets a header from 5 yards out. Not the start we wanted. Iwobi's picking up a knock. Oh my God. This is turning into a disaster. Zinchenko just puts it wide. Okay, half time. Iwobi is struggling, to say the least, so we're going to have to do a substitute. We're going to take Onana off because he's absolutely killed me there. We're also going to bring on Damari Gray onto that right-hand side. We're going to keep him as a wide playmaker, and then what we are going to do is we're just going to push it. We need to try and get something. We've not created anything so far in the game. We've had one shot, boys. We've had one shot. Come on. Thomas Partey. Tomiyasu. Saka. Tackle by Cody. Tomiyasu. Were we breaking? Calvert-Lewin into Mope. Calvert-Lewin. Mikalenko. Townsend. We've lost it. We've not lost it, but we've lost the counter-attack opportunity. Townsend. Garner Gay. We've been patient with it. We're just waiting for the opportunity. When's that punt over the top going to come? Or we're just going to lose it? Mikalenko. Where is this going? Tarkowski. Mikalenko. Mope. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Oh, he's just... I think it was the roof of the net. That was patient. That was good. Hasn't even registered on the XG. Tomiyasu's in. Good tackle from Mope. We're going to break again. Mikalenko. Garner Gay. Tarkowski. Out to Gray. To Godfrey. To Calvert-Lewin. Dukare. This is better. Oh, that was better. We've lost it. Now Arsenal are going to come back at us, no doubt. Can we get the ball back, boys? Get there. Get there, Gray. Get there. No, just watch him. That's fine. No problem. Xhaka, it is a problem. Martinelli, he's hit the post. Okay, Godfrey. It's been better this second half. Can we get a goal? Garner Gay. Mope. Townsend's made a really run inside. I wanted him to keep his width. Dukare strikes from distance. maybe should have slipped in Damari Gray on that right-hand side. Okay, into the last sort of like, 20 minutes of the game. We haven't got much, have we, on the bench. The only option is to bring Ellis Sims on. Jesus. Let's go Patterson at right back and put him on attack and see if we can get in. Let's change it up. Let's go inverted winger on attack. Let's let Mikolenko get round there. Let's keep him as a wing back on support and put Damari Gray as a winger on that side. Anything, boys. Let's go attacking. Let's take some risks. Can we force an equaliser? Pickford, goal kick. We've got a highlight, boys. Calvert-Lewin to Gray. He's lost it. He's got it back, though. Patterson. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Townsend's waiting at the far stick. Mope's there! Oh, what a chance, boys. What a chance. Townsend with the corner. No. Could get another go. Gray. Go on. Oh, he's reboned it. He's fucking reboned it. Just put it in the box. Dear me. Right, clock is ticking. Another highlight. Zinchenko. Dukari steps in, does really well. Calvert-Lewin goes back to Pickford. Cody. Tarkowski, where is this going? Are we going to go long at some point? As long as it finds Dominic Calvert-Lewin. It doesn't. It finds Mope. Can we get the seconds? We do. Townsend. He's in again. Calvert-Lewin. He must score. Is it onside? It is onside. And we've equalised in the 86th minute. We've deserved that. I think we've deserved it. Second balls. Townsend coming in. Nice clip. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Touch and volley. Wow. And it is Everton 1, Arsenal 1. Obviously, I'm not going to touch anything, and they're going to go down the other end and score, aren't they? But I feel like we have to keep it going. The crowd can sense a winner. Nearly for Arsenal. Okay, I'm going to praise it. Conor Cody, 6.3. He doesn't... Football Manager 23 does not like Conor Cody. Right, 1-1. Wow. What a change around in that second half. Obviously, I think that now it shows that we maybe need to be a little bit more aggressive. I maybe was a little bit too nice, shall we say, in terms of the mid-block and a couple of positions. So what we will do, we'll take that confidence from that game to Anfield on Thursday. So remember, Thursday night's episode, 8 p.m, it will be Liverpool away and Leeds at home. Goal difference is a little bit of an issue. There's obviously Wolves and Southampton that have got worse ones, or Bournemouth as well. Nottingham Forest, fingers crossed we can suck them in. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to just having some fun with this save. No real sort of like, transfer policy. We'll sign what we can sign, and we'll try and turn the club around over the next few months on the channel. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you on Thursday night. Smash a like, that'll be lovely. Take care. See you later.